Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mason from MasonWorks. I'm here today with Bill Farber, and I'm very excited because Bill is coming to Boulder, Colorado to teach workshops and show us how to live in alignment with his amazing wave energy. And Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited about coming out again.
Yeah. Well, the weather's been beautiful here, so we're having an incredible fall. So I'm sure, hopefully, you'll get to experience a little bit of Colorado as well as help a lot of us.
Yes, I'd like to do both for sure.
Right. So could you tell us a little bit about what the differences are in what you're offering this year compared to last year?
Oh, yes. Well, I would have to say, first of all, there's a lot of evolution that's taken place in me and also the consciousness in general. And the access to very, very powerful levels of energy is more accessible for all of us. And I feel like I've been significantly upgraded personally just for the purpose of being able to bring in these really high frequencies of transformational energy. And these are things that people feel directly. They're not, theoretical or philosophical. There's something that basically sit right in it, and we could feel the nuances and how the energy waves build the momentum throughout the workshop. I've got some newer waves of energy that have come to me since our last visit,
Cool.
and they're very powerful. And we do those towards the end of each workshop because we have to gradually build up to these waves so that we can absorb them. And I feel that it's a very safe way of raising up someone's vibration very, very quickly. Typically, if someone's vibration goes up suddenly, it could be a little bit disorientating. The way these energy waves are patterned, the way they were given to me, they're extremely fast, but at the same time, they're somehow very gentle. And so people are just sort of ascending, this energy is ascending upwards very quickly. But at the same time, each person is connected with individually by the energy. And it knows what each person is capable of taking in at any particular moment. So it's self-modulating. I find it amazing because I'm not doing that with my mind.
Right.
I could feel how the energy knows, it just knows you when you come in the room. It knows everything about your past, present, and future.
Well, it's resonance. I mean, that's what I love about what you do. It is so supportive for everyone because, as you said, it doesn't make you so high and then leave you so you have this rebound. It actually clears out the things that are out of resonance so you can hold more light and keep holding more and more and more. And then after you leave, you're empowered. The participant is empowered. They don't go back down afterwards. It's not a shock to their system.
No, there's no crashing sensation. Like I've been to a lot of long, retreats over the years, and it's so wonderful when you're there. When you come back, you go, oh my God! It's like the contrast is so jarring.
Right.
It takes a long time to get back into the swing of your activity. But what people tell me is doing like a weekend or even a day of one of these is like taking a 3-week retreat. It's that replenishing, but at the same time, I always make sure that we bring everyone back and solidly anchored in the body so they're fully functional.
Right.
More functional than before, not just like blissed out and spaced out.
Right. Well, you're the perfect example of what at least I want to be like, where you have a very high level job during the week, and then you do the healings after hours and on the weekends. I mean, that's what all of us want. We want to be in the world. We came here to make a difference, but we want to work at we want to bring in more of our higher self into this 3D existence.
Yes.
To do the work to transmute all the negative energy.
It's so important. And the thing is that because of the needs of the time, certain things will come in that have the capability of quick and efficient raising up of vibration, letting go. And years ago, to experience something like people experience with my energy, like I would say, would take a long time of gradual building up and years of meditation to experience. Now someone could come in with no previous experience at all and have a very profound experience, not knowing even what that is before.
Right, right.
So it's not an intellectual thing. I don't do guided meditations or visualizations. That's not what produces the energy. It's the energy itself. It's a silent transmission. It's not like we're going to sit there and be silent all day. It's not a silent retreat because there's a lot of talking and interaction.
Yeah.
But the energy itself comes through silence. It doesn't come through me giving guidance and visualizations to people.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that what works. I was just amazed last year. The first day we had samadhi. We had this high level of vibration in the room, which a lot of times takes days to generate.
Yes.
From the participants, and that was dumbfounding, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But what I also was surprised about the group energy, because sometimes when you're in a group energy, you almost feel that you're afraid you're going to get other people's stuff when it leaves them, and in your case, it just transmutes it. It dissolves it.
Yeah, there's nothing like that going on here because I can't explain it really, other than the fact that that's how it works, is that it's not like people are letting go of stuff and other people are absorbing it. It's transmuted. That's a beautiful word. It's lifted out and transmuted and disposed of. It's automatically.
Right.
So I don't have to go to extensive lengths to protect their people and do stuff like that. It's just it's a self-protecting kind of a process. And it's like everybody is protected. At the same time, everybody becomes very coherent as a group. That's why there's no substitute for these group programs. I love doing individual, and I have a lot of recordings that are very powerful. But when we get people together, it's so it amplifies the power of what's going on. And there's research for decades about people that experience meditation or higher awareness in the same group radiate this powerful influence outwards many times more than the number of people that are in there. It's like squared, So it very much happens here. The other thing I'll point out real quick before I forget is we're going to do a lot more one-on-ones where people can get up and receive energy with a group. And I can deal in a laser-like fashion with people, different things that come up for them, as long as they're comfortable standing up and having other people listen to it and see it.
Yeah.
So people that are shy, they'll see me individually. But I welcome that this time. I didn't do much of it last time. But this time, what I feel is it's extremely, first of all, it's engaging. And secondly, if a person stands up with an issue, chances are there's going to be people that have very similar issues, and then we'll work on all those people at the same time. Even though I have a focus on the one person, there's no such thing as a separate person. I mean, there's a deep connection that we all know this, right?
Right.
So there's no way that one person can be lifted up without the whole group. But at the same time, there's like a laser-like focus on that particular issue, not just a generalized raising of vibration. So that's a big difference this year from last year, is that there's a lot more. We do go into this vast energy, this say non-local infinite energy, but then we take it in and we can focus it. It's almost like, when you were a kid, they used to take a magnifying glass and the sun could actually burn holes in paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So it's sort of like, and I don't mean to say it's going to burn a hole in someone, but I mean, it's more concentrated and focused.
Right.
So that we can work with individuals, and it could be a 1 or 2 minutes, like bang,
Right.
bang.
Yeah, I bet you're a lot faster.
It really builds up then. It's really exciting.
Well, Bill, can you explain for some of the people who haven't experienced your work before about the different waves, how you work real quick? You don't have to talk about it at length, but if you could explain how you do the clearing, you do these different levels.
Yeah, I mean, the basic level of waves, it's really 4 energy waves. And these waves you have to call it something. Right, so waves is a pretty good name for them. They're not exactly waves. They're really more like emanations, and they come from deep within the self. But the self is not an individual. The self is this infinite consciousness. So these waves, but they are waves in a sense. So, but the way they were given to me, and they were given to me intuitively, they weren't taught to me by a person like like at a weekend workshop or something. There's kind of a cognition that happens. But the first wave is called the clearing energy, and that kind of wipes the chalkboard as clean as possible. The next one is called awareness, and that basically expands the consciousness or the presence, the feeling of expansion, so that we can absorb the higher frequencies that come after that. And the next one is called rejuvenation, and this kickstarts our own ability to heal, self-heal. The body is just phenomenally potent to do this. I mean, there's some stories in these some of these yogic, like autobiography of a yogi, where this yogi mistakenly was attacked by a police officer and he severed his arm. And the next day the yogi came back and his arm was back on. So if you have access to this higher consciousness, the body is much more malleable. So exposure to this rejuvenation wave, and I'm not here to substitute for people medical care and anything at all, but this is a great supplemental thing, for people. And it rejuvenates, it kicks into that rejuvenation ability that we have already. It's just usually compromised because of the stresses and all this stuff that we accumulate. So the wave after that is called unity, or unified. And that's really a kind of a harmonization of the first three waves, and they kind of rise up to a completely different vibration. It's very, very expansive.
It's wonderful. You can play that, or sometimes I play it in the background. So while I'm even working, so it's not that I necessarily have to stop everything and, I do a treatment. It's actually just part of my atmosphere. And it seems like you make better decisions. Your clarity and your alignment is so much different when you use your waves than when you don't.
Right. It automatically, it's very subtle, but it's powerful at the same time. It's not overwhelming to the extent that you're become immobilized by it. Like you say, some people, I do record these, and they emanate through the recordings. Not as much as that would be in person, but they still work very well.
Right.
We'll sometimes put them on in the background, like you say, during the day, and things are more clear. They get less hyped up or upset with things that happen. So it's really cool to hear that, all over the world. Emails like that.
Well, when I was doing testimonials for you, some of the people told me that they'd call you before they did a business deal, and that you could help them get clear and get them so that they could go into a business meeting and have a much better outcome.
Oh,
so, I mean, the energy can be used for every aspect of your life.
I also have quite a few clients that are speakers, authors, transformational leaders. And every human being has times when they need help, right?
Right.
I'm the go-to person for a lot of these people. And, for example, someone called once and they were giving a presentation to 4,000, 5,000 people the next day, and they couldn't get out of bed. They were like really low and sort of petrified. And in a half hour, bang, got them up. The next day, they just blew everybody away.
Oh, fantastic.
So for me, that's rewarding, because then I helped 5,000 people by talking for a half hour to this one person.
Yeah.
That's great. And I don't care if anyone knows or they don't come out and announce it, because they're not going to announce it. But I'm rewarded by the fact that person was able to go out the next day and transform 5,000 people.
Right. Oh, and that's what that is the gig right now, isn't it?
Right.
There's going to be a lot of people that there's so much change going on right now that they're going to be so uncomfortable with releasing all of their old thoughts and beliefs to find something new with all the money changes, and it's an election year almost.
Mm-hmm.
Which
the mind cannot manage this. And if people rely only on the mind to figure things out and figure out their life, they'll be suffering as this changes accelerate. So what we're doing here is we're tapping into that part of ourselves that's knowing. It just knows what's right and what to do. It can't figure it out because it's impossible. It never was possible, but now it's extra impossible. The information and the changes and the rate of change is just completely dizzying. And so what the energy does is it enables us to connect naturally with that center of intuition very easily and comfortably.
Right,
I
right.
do have some exercises that I'm going to do to help with that during the weekend also.
And it's so, what you do is so gentle. I just can't say that enough. It just feels like a fluffy pillow. I mean, compared to everything else that's around you, that's, hard work and push and,
There's
to
there's not
do
only no hard work, there's no
practices.
work at all at the workshop. To be honest with you, I don't work either. What I do, it doesn't feel like work.
Wonderful.
The only work I do is I have to stay present and work and process and lead the processes and transmit the energy, because I could just go in and just be gone very easily. So I become very good at transmitting these really powerful energies, at the same time being really present and being able to interact with people very clearly, at the same time not diminishing that energy as it's coming in. I don't know if that's something I learned to do, or if it's just the way I'm built with that particular skill. I think that's why my saint friend Bapaji bestowed some of these things on me, because he could feel that, I was qualified in that energetically.
Yeah, you don't have any ego, and everything you do is gentle. So it's,
Well, I can't say I don't have any ego. I mean, I'd
well,
love to have a standing room only whenever I come out and have, as a
yeah,
human being. But when
yeah,
I do this work,
that's what I meant.
I don't vouch for myself really at any other time. When I'm doing this, there is zero ego at work,
Exactly.
absolute zero, and people can feel that.
Right, right. So, can you give us a little taster, or have we already been getting one and I didn't?
Well, whenever we talk about this,
Mm-hmm.
it's impossible for the energy not to flow.
Oh, good.
I
Okay.
mean, I can't help it. I mean, we'll just,
I feel good. I can't tell if it's from this or just I'm just so in the excitement of you coming.
well, the thing is, yeah, uh, the energy starts to flow as soon as we talk. But I'll just take just a minute to more formally do something here.
My heart's all going, wah.
And of course, this will emanate to anyone watching this, even if they watch it 10 years from now, because this goes outside of time and distance.
Perfect.
And you're acting as a really nice conduit for all the rest of the people that are receiving the energy.
Yeah, I'm a lucky girl.
Well, this is, I think this will be appreciated. I can, I can
What a
feel
gift. Thank you.
how wonderful it's going to be there with all you guys, and such a beautiful place to be, and the people are phenomenal. Whenever I come out there, I'm just blown away by the people, the variety of people and the backgrounds and different viewpoints, but they all share that one thing: they want to grow and they want to expand and they want to. I mean, it's
I want to make the world a better place.
yeah.
Yep.
So I can feel the support that's going to be there.
Wonderful.
Whoever this helps conduct these things, and it's going to be pretty massive, but at the same time, very, very lighthearted. I mean, I'm not a very serious person. I do tell a lot of stupid jokes, and, but I do that really for my own benefit, just to stay present and stay grounded. So no one should feel worry about offending me if they don't think they're funny.
If they don't laugh.
I could tell you one of my new jokes that just came in the other day.
Oh no, really?
Ready?
Okay.
What does the New Age drill sergeant say to his troops?
I don't know. What?
Ascension at ease. Ascension at ease.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. New Age drill sergeant.
I'm sure the folks there are not thick. They're thick-skinned. They're a little gentle ribbing.
Yeah. They'll be lighthearted because the waves, the energy
Yeah, it's a very
won't matter what you say, really.
the fact that it's powerful doesn't mean it's heavy and like
Right.
ponderous. It's very liberating. It's extremely liberating. It liberates us from a lot of these heavy feelings and heavy belief systems that kind of feel like we're carrying them around as huge weights.
It's
They just
life-changing.
they have
This is life-changing, Bill. This isn't, I mean, we're talking about it being general, but it's thorough. It's life-changing. It aligns you to your higher being.
yes,
It makes your life work more in alignment than it did before the sessions.
right. And this will work with anyone at any level. If you feel like you're a beginner, you don't really have a background in this, no problem. If you feel you're very advanced and you've been at it for 50 years, it will meet you where you are and it will raise you up.
Cool.
I mean, no matter who you are, if you have a human body, my friend back here told me that when I worked with him, his bliss got bigger. And this is a saint, okay? So, and I'm no saint, but it doesn't matter because the energy can meet you if you're way above me or if you're just a beginner. It doesn't matter because I'm just there kind of, I don't want to say as an aside, but I'm there to hold
You're
that.
the vehicle. You're the vehicle, the conduit. That's
Conduit.
right. Perfect.
That's the only way I would describe it.
Oh, I feel so good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's always great to talk with you.
Wonderful. Okay, so thank you, Bill, very much. I'm so looking forward to seeing you October 23rd through the 25th in Boulder. The 23rd, there'll be an introduction demonstration at Alfalfa's Market from 6:30 to 8:30. We have to be out of there by 9, so that's why it's those hours.
Okay.
And the next 2 days, we have workshops that we hope as many people as possible that are called to really up level where they are and what they want to do in the world. I hope they all can come and experience being with you.
So I would appreciate each and every one of them.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you soon then. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.